Welcome to stage 2 of FRR. Now, I was going to make these videos a bit of a recon sort of series, but the reality is the people who watch my videos, you're all well educated, you all know what's going on. Most of the time you're watching my streams and telling me what to do. So rather than insult your intelligence, let's just make it a recap series, discussing also what my expectations are for the next round. As such, stage 2 has already kicked off, so there are people who've done it already, which means there's even less of a reason to do a recap. I'm too slow at these. So how did everyone go in the individual time trial? I did see some familiar names finishing ahead of me and sometimes well ahead of me. I think a few of my burrito teammates did pretty well. I think I was pretty happy with my pacing. I don't normally do individual time trials that well and that often, and my fitness has been pretty transient. Is that the right word for saying? Has been dropped off severely and is coming back. I'd say not rapidly, but it's coming back quite strong. So I wasn't quite sure what I could do. So I was very conservative on that lead in and the first lap. And I found I had a lot more in the tank than I was expecting in that second lap, especially that long sustained climb. So yeah, long story short, I was quite happy with the power I had, and it was good to see an FTP bump, which I saw a couple of others of you get an FTP bump as well. Being Zwift racing, you generally don't do maximum efforts, which is the reason, side note of why today, side branch, anyway, sorry, had to wait for a helicopter to fly overhead. The joys of being next to an airport. Whoops, lost my thing. So where was I? Yeah, so I did a podcast with Rob Bain today in glorious 360p, which unfortunately we didn't figure out until after we started the podcast, and we're pretty much just pushed on. So hopefully next week Rob's got that sorted out. It was quite a fun podcast. I'll put it in the description below because you can't add links in comments anymore, which is rather frustrating for me. I am very close to the limit of Bonn. I actually didn't check before the beginning of the series. I think I was struggling to stay in Bonn, but the rules are quite good in regards to people like me. I think especially, my fitness is going to be coming back, so I think I'll have to be upgrading. I'll race tonight in Bonn, as it is 2 categories in one race, in one pen I should say. So the Habanero, will be, because I might upgrade to Amethyst. It's even worse, these fellow names, isn't it? Platinum's okay, but Amethyst, I'm on Australian, I don't know how to pronounce stuff. Amethyst. And so, yeah, basically, I'll see how we go on this race. I am going to be chasing the sprint jersey, perhaps. On that note, let's have a look. I'm going to try and make this as little editing as possible. I'm taking advantage of the fact that I have got this set up for the podcast already with Rob. Unfortunately, I have to be changing all this setup again to be doing my stream tonight, which I'll be doing the 3rd time slot, which is just under 5.5 hours from now. Try and make this so I don't have to do hardly any editing, just the cuts for when I lose track of thought, which happens quite often at the moment, especially with the sleep deprivation. Now, let's have a look at stage 2. 2 laps, Muckle Yin, 48 kilometres. We've all done Muckle Yin many times. We know the breakaway brave forward and back quite well. They're pretty drafty. Passes through sector, obviously, for the sprint jerseys and also the com jerseys. So obviously start at the back, draft. I really do hate, is it Sir? Must be Sir. It's definitely not Segur. The easier direction is the second time we go up. That is not so... if you can get up the first time, the harder direction, then you should be able to stay in, depending on how you go with the sprint. My tactic, I think, not really giving much away here because I'll probably forget what I'm doing anyway during the race, is probably leaving that first sprint jersey. Maybe I'll got to put a little bit of effort in to stay in the group. So what I'll do is I'll probably stay mid-pack, try and draft my way and just see what's happening. See if people actually get that start right. There will be people who are just going for the GC who will keep the power going. So if I can just stay in the mid-pack, stay with the GC riders, then I can save my energy for the first climb. This is where I will see whether I'm going to be going for the comp jersey. Being a Bond rider, I probably have a much better chance of getting the comp jersey than previous times when I've been racing as a CRP or CAP. My main target will be these two sprint. So we'll see how we go. There's not much else to say really. We all know about this course. 2 laps. I think what I'll be doing is, because GC is still in play and team points is still in play, unlike what I usually do, which is sit at the back, do as little amount of work as possible, try and be as efficient as possible and only use my power when it's required. I think on the second lap, if I can do some work for the riders in my group, I will work. This is what I do like about FRR. It does take me out of my comfort zone because I do have to ride differently to what I'm good at. So I'm a little bit excited about it. I would have done the time slot just past, but it's a little bit warmer today. I'm not really acclimatized to racing in this temperature, so I'm putting it off until after dinner. With that, good luck everyone for round 2 or race 2, and let us know how you go in the comments. Catch you later.